Namaste, my beautiful Aquarian souls. I am here to do your birthday reading for your cycle, which is January 21st through February 20th, 2020. So welcome, and I hope this resonates with you. I'm going to be reading with the Crystal Ally cards, and underneath these are the Hidden Tarot Realm cards. You receive one unicorn card and one Law of Attraction card for the month. And this is what I consider your new year, right? Your month. You get one new moon and one full moon, and it sets the tone for your year, and it sets the tone for this new decade as well. So before I start with the cards, I just want to go over kind of the broad aspects of what is Aquarius. Well, for me, the archetype of Aquarius, which rules intuition, by the way, is I know. So it is the archetype of I know, and it is the 11th house, ruled by Uranus. And Uranus is referred to as the Great Awakener. He's the higher octave of the mind and the desire to break free of old, outdated thoughts, beliefs, relationships, anything that's going on. And your house is, ruled. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the Great Awakener. So Aquarians tend to really need their freedom, and they don't like to be pigeonholed. And the I know archetype of Aquarius, it's so important because it does rule intuition, that you are in your aligned state of higher self and not running in ego. Because just because you're blessed to be born under this sign, or maybe have a lot of placements in this sign, it doesn't mean you were always coming from true intuition over egoic intuition. So it is an air sign, and it is the fixed energy of the three air signs. That represents the steadfast energy, which is so interesting because you are the wanderer of the galaxy, right? Aquarius and the 11th house are representative of community, expanded groups, social activities, circles of friends, large social groups. And in tarot, Aquarius rules the star card. So who knows if that's going to come up for you today, but it's one of the most beautiful cards in the deck. Anyway, your new moon is right around the corner. It's on January 24th. And that is a beautiful time for you to set intentions for your year, because this is your, even though we're never done, and we're going to flow into Pisces, which is another archetype, and hopefully you'll come onto my channel to look at the non-Pisces reading for all of us for the next month, because they all kind of flow into each other. But this is the I know month. And so this new moon for you would be setting intentions. What do you want to plant? What seeds do you want to come from? It's important you tap into your true intuition and get clear-minded, okay? And then the snow moon, the full moon, is on February 9th, 2020. And your full moon is always in Leo. And, Leo is your sister sign. It's the exact opposite in the sky of Aquarius. And Leo is the house of I create. That goes so well with the house of I know, because if you're in that beautiful aligned state with your intuition guiding you and leading you, aligned in higher self mode, you can create whatever you want. So with the release of this full moon, be ready to let go what no longer serves so you can create through what you truly know, okay? One last thing I want to say before we get started is there are 13 full moons this year, which is very significant coming into this new decade. 13 is representative of the goddess energy, the divine feminine energy, and we are all being asked to move more into that receptive inner knowing, creative mode, the softness. Divine feminine energy is about inviting things in, not pushing for things, asking and allowing yourself, trusting yourself to be able to receive, okay? So as we move into this Aquarius month, we're going to look at the bottom card of the deck. This represents what you're bringing forward from the Capricorn month moving, just coming in. We just finished Capricorn season and you've got the healing card. Okay. So just let me put this down. This is a storm element card. All right. Governed by Seraphinite. So you've come through a lot. We've been through this intense eclipse season, ending with that Cancer full moon last month, which is the most tender of all the moons and most tender of all the signs, water. So you're coming through, you're carrying this healing energy forward into your beautiful month, which is very significant. Storm element represents all 4 elements of earth, fire, water, wind, which is air, coming together as an event for transformation and dynamic balance and growth. The healing card in the storm element is saying here, allow yourself to not get caught up in what is wrong with you, but move forward knowing you're healing and you're being asked to transform and empower yourself through your wholeness. Seeing yourself as whole, because that's the way the divine sees you. Okay, and that's when healing can really occur. All right, moving into the basis for your month. The basis card represents sort of the card that if you can take this information and apply it to your life, you can come out through the outcome. So you're being given as your basis card an air element card of mindfulness. This is governed by the stone Pedialyte, okay? And the mindfulness card is just that. It's about, for this month, the basis of your month through carrying this storm element of healing through Capricorn into your I Know month. This is a card of intuition. This is a card of doorway to spirit, breath of spirit. Wind element is such a cleansing element, right? It is a directive element, but you can use your breath. The breath in your body is like the spirit of wind outside your body. So cleanse yourself, let go of those old belief systems that are causing you not to be able to stay in alignment and in your higher self mode where you can hear what the divine is saying, hear and trust your intuition, because it's only in this still mode, this mindfulness mode, that we are able to create and act from that space. Okay, so this is your basis message for you for the month. Your lesson card, what you can learn through this month to carry forward into Pisces season is wholeness. Oh, that's so beautiful. So I was just telling you with the healing card how how the divine sees you as whole, and that is the key to true healing. You can't look at yourself as sick or wounded, or it's not that you're denying how you feel, it's that you're understanding, what is this teaching me? What is this showing me? And how, allow yourself to love yourself, have compassion with yourself as going through it, because this is your lesson in your I know state, in your aligned state. When you think about what Uranus does, sets you free, the great awakener, the house of intuition and I know, the house of community and freedom. Wholeness card is the storm element, allowing you to leave what you don't need and pick up the pieces of what you do need and move on. It's a promise to you. It's in the lesson position, but it's a promise to you that if you can allow yourself to be mindful this month, you will learn this amazing, empowering aspect of storm element, which is that you will come through things whole. The spirit card, this is your spiritual advice for the month. This is like if you had your cell phone and called the divine, this is what it would be. You have the directive power card. This is an earth element card. This is governed by the stone pyrite. Okay, pyrite's full of iron, and it's I find it to be feels like fire element. It's a very intense card, and it can bring up a lot of, it can show you where you're feeling disempowered or where you need to balance your emotions as far as anger and frustration, because it can bring it up, because it's the directive power. It's the male energy of yourself. And it's in polarity to your air element because it's earth. Air is the least visible. Earth is the most visible. Air is the element we use. Wind is the element we use to create our whole reality. So Spirit is saying, take the action, okay, you need to take with carrying through what you've learned in this eclipse season and the first month of the year through the Capricorn season. Allow yourself to stay in this empowered state, but it must be from the state of mindfulness and wholeness. If you fall out of that state, you're going to be using your directive power, your male power. It's going to feel overwhelming. It's going to come out as either feeling victimized or feeling like you want to make people do what you want them to do. And the true divine masculine is empowered, not power over or blaming others, not blaming and shaming. So it's very important that Spirit is saying you can come out this month with a real balance of your directive power, being able to take the action from what you truly want from your beautiful, intuitive, freedom-loving state, okay? The outcome for you, and outcome card, I want to clarify, is not the end of everything, right? The outcome is for this Aquarian season of I know, your birthday season. If you tap into the mindfulness, wholeness, directive power, and healing energy card, the outcome is what you will carry with you as you move into the next season of Pisces. And that is the path of service, okay? So this is really important for you to hear, Aquarius. This is a wind element, air element card governed by Chariot. And you see this flowing river of Chariot to this doorway that's lit up. That's doorway to Spirit. That's the divine, that's air, that's your archetype of I know, fully mindful, whole, using your directive power to get on your true path. And please remember that path of service doesn't only govern career. So if you are thinking, well, I don't have a career, maybe I'm a stay-at-home mom, or maybe I'm this or that, it doesn't. Path of service governs your whole soul path, everything about it. So you get to come out this month, on path. The outcome for you is getting on your true path, the path that only you know is right for you, all right? And the influencer card here, the last card of the Crystal Ally deck, this is the energy that surrounds all of the other cards for the month. And you have the higher self card, another wind element card. So a lot of air energy for you guys this month. It's governed by selenite, and the influencers surrounding all of this is the message of it's only when you're aligned with higher self that you can actually be mindful. Ego doesn't like mindfulness. Ego doesn't like wholeness. Ego doesn't like empowered directive balance, and ego likes to call the shots on your path of service. Higher self feels mindful. You are whole when you're in that running in higher self mode because you're coming from that aligned state. Look at this picture of this man balancing himself with his higher self, right? There's no polarity there. There's no, I'm not good enough. There's no, I don't trust myself. There's no, but I did these bad things, so I can't. None of that, because none of that's true. So this beautiful higher self energy surrounding your month is so important for you. Okay. So now we're going to move into the other deck, the Hidden Realm Tarot. And this is the bottom card, and you receive the Two of Wands. Okay, so carrying through this Capricorn energy with the healing card from the Crystal Ally deck, you're receiving this fire element card of the Two of Wands. This represents partnerships, creating something with someone. And it may be just creating something with the divine or with your higher self or coming through, but you're carrying this fire element energy. It's a two, And sometimes with a 2, there's a period of waiting before you see the results, and that's fine. The full moon isn't till the 9th. That's the Leo full moon. You know, set those intentions on January 24th and allow yourself to know you're carrying with you this beautiful 2 of Wands. That's fire element energy, okay? The basis card in the Hidden Realm Tarot is the World, all right? So this is the 21 card, the final major arcana card of the tarot deck. And look at how vulnerable she is. She's showing the world her vulnerability, her true self. She has nothing to hide, nothing at all. And this is the basis of this I Know month for you going through your year, that you're ready. If you think about what I talked about with what Aquarius represents, the community, freedom, wanting to break free with Uranus, extended groups, social activities, getting out in the world. But you need to do it in this state of mindfulness, beautiful souls. You need to do it from there. It's not about just posting and trying to get, you know, followers or get people to see what you want them to see. Let go of all that. Get that mindfulness. Get into that higher self mode, because the world needs you. The world is ready for you. The world is ready to hear you and see you, and you're creating something beautiful. The lesson for you for this month is the 4 of Pentacles. So through this, you know, with this wholeness, there's that message of leaving. It's almost like the tornado through the trailer park card. The storm comes in and breaks something up, and then you pick up the pieces of what you want to bring with you for the next level, only looking at the wholeness aspect, and you're fine leaving behind what you need to leave behind. The 4 of Pentacles carries this a little bit too, because it's an earth element card. So your wholeness, the storm here is more about your physical reality. This wholeness is about something in your physical reality. And the 4 of Pentacles is asking you 2 things. Are you prepared to get out in the world? Have you saved a little bit? Are you feeling safe and secure? And that's good. Safety and security feels good. But it's also a message of, please, this is what you need to learn, Aquarius, this month. Please don't get so nervous to get out in the world that you hide away. See these 3 little babies, and the mummy has them safe and secure, which is beautiful. But sometimes a home or a nest or a burrow can become a tomb if we never get out of it. Okay? So you're to learn when to sort of retreat and when to get out. It's a balancing act for you for this month. The Spirit card in the Hidden Realm Tarot is the Lovers. Beautiful. So, you know, get yourself out there. The Lovers card is also a card of partnership. It can be coming together with, you've got the 2 of Wands here that you're carrying through from Capricorn. And, you know, it can mean, Spirit is saying, if you're in this state of mindfulness and not ego and not desperation, you can attract, for those of you that are single, you can attract a beautiful relationship, but you have to not use your directive power in that abusive way. You have to be coming from a total state of ready to receive, ready to, allow a beautiful complementary relationship in. This can mean a lot of healing if you can get in relationships that you already have. The Lovers card also represents brothers and sisters and other partnerships. So it can mean a lot more than just reignited romantic love or a new love. It also represents a choice. It's, Archangel Raphael is associated with the Lovers card, and he's the healer, and he's the ruler of soulmates. So sometimes there's a choice to be made. And with this directive power card, the divine is saying, how are you using your power in relationships? How are you doing it? Because it's time to really move more into that balance of divine feminine and masculine, which is trust and allow yourself to receive and come from gentleness Okay? And the outcome for you is the King of Wands. So this is the highest card in the fire element of the lower arcana for the Hidden Realm Tarot. So you're carrying through with you a new created energy. You're this king. You're in integrity and full alignment with your power. All right, coming through at the end of the month, going on your path of service, knowing clearly what you want. There may be some of you that a fire element male or a fire element mentor comes in and assists you on your path. But I feel for a lot of you, this is the energy of empowered fire, ready to create, ready to get on your path, ready to do what you came here to do, and feeling in full integrity, mindful, whole, balanced directive power, aligned with higher self, ready to show the world who you truly are. Okay? The influencer is the Page of Cups. For me, pages are like a muse of energy. So this is a muse of water element energy. And you've got the Lovers, and you've got the World, and you've got the Two of Wands. So you're really ready to show the world who you truly are. And you're really ready to have significant healing or significant coming in of new relationships. This represents messages coming from water, coming from love and communication, coming from going within and trusting your intuition. Okay, so that's the influencing energy around you. The unicorn message for you for the entire month is support. So you're being supported by the divine. You're being supported by the unicorns, and that the archetype of unicorn energy is the unicorns are there to support us on our path, our soul aligned path, and you received as your outcome the Path of Service card. So you're being fully supported in all you do. You're being reminded to nurture yourself. You're being reminded to rest. You're being reminded that you need your freedom in order to move forward, Aquarius, that you need to stay in aligned self in order to hear what you need to hear. And the unicorns are saying, please ask your angels and guides for help. Ask the unicorns for help. Ask people in your life for help, as long as they're supporting you in full integrity and not filling you with fear or telling you, no, you can't do that. That's not the kind of support this is talking about. That's not someone trying to sort of rain down negativity on what you're trying to do here, because this is a very powerful reading about you really moving forward in some big and epic way. All right? And don't panic if by the end of the month you don't see anything. You have to be able to trust and believe it's already there. So your last card is the Abraham Hicks Law of Attraction card. It's energy you can use, messages you can use this month when you need to get back into full alignment with what you're doing. And it's, I will not try to control the uncontrollable. And right there, before we read the back of the message, you can see with that Spirit card with divine power, directive power, male power, that's exactly what the divine is saying to you. And with the Lovers card as well, with all of them, I will not try to control the uncontrollable. The only thing we have control over is really ourselves, okay? We want you to reach the place where you are willing, not just willing, determined, not just determined, eager to let go of the need to control things that are uncontrollable, like what anybody else is doing. And give your undivided attention to the only thing you can control, which is how you feel in any given circumstance. In other words, we want you to leave this moment saying, I've decided that I'm going to take life as it comes, and I'm going to do the best that I can do in the midst of what I'm doing. So that could be your little affirmation for the month. When you're falling out of that state of mindfulness and getting monkey mind, you feel confused, you don't know what you're doing, people are telling you this, but you are being pulled by your soul in a different direction. You take a breath, you remember your major message of mindfulness and that the world is ready to see you and receive you in that way. I've decided that I'm going to take life as it comes, and I'm going to do the best that I can do in the midst of what I'm doing. And then ask for support. Ask for support. There's a lot of healing available here for you this month. And again, it's not you believing you need healing. It's the opposite. It's the learning of that wholeness aspect of self. You know, when I work with my clients and they're here and we're doing healing work together, I don't see them as broken. I don't see them as sick. I can hold that space for them in that hour we're together to receive and be able to see themselves as completely whole. And you would not believe the healing that occurs in that state. And hopefully they get to carry it forward with them and tap into it themselves. So if you would like to book a reading privately with me, you can contact me through here. You can contact me on Instagram, Crystal Path of Light, Facebook, Crystal Path of Light. You can email me at crystalpathoflight.com. Excuse me. And I would be happy to set aside, we can schedule an hour to do your own reading. And I just want to reiterate that we do not need to be together physically. Remote readings, distance readings are just as powerful as if we are together. We connect by phone. And I just wish you Aquarians the absolute best month. And I truly hope you come out of this month believing you're whole, on your path, balanced directive power, and ready to show the world how beautiful you are. Namaste.